I made my boss apologize to himself through our anonymous feedback box. You know that feeling when your company pretends to care about employee feedback? Yeah, that was my office. Our boss, Mr. Chambers, was one of those corporate positivity guys who thought fake smiles could fix burnout. Every Monday he'd walk in, clap his hands, and say, "Let's make this week awesome, team." Meanwhile, we'd be one email away from collective meltdown. One day, he proudly announced a new initiative, the anonymous feedback box, a safe space to share your thoughts. It sounded good. Until I noticed something weird. The box was one of those locked wooden ones placed right outside his glass office. Except, the little slit wasn't wide enough for an envelope. And every afternoon, I saw him open it with a tiny silver key, pull out the papers, and smile to himself. So much for anonymous. A week later, my coworker Jenna dropped a note about how team morale is low because of unpaid overtime. Next day, she got called into his office for a private discussion. Coincidence? Nope. That's when I decided, if the box was a joke, I'd make it the best joke he'd ever read. Act 1. The setup. My brilliantly petty idea, I typed a new anonymous note on my lunch break. In his favorite corporate tone, I wrote, "Dear Mr. Chambers, you're a great leader, but lately your tone has made employees feel unheard. Sometimes you interrupt people before they finish speaking. It might help morale if you apologize to the team. Sincerely." Then I signed it. A concerned employee who believes in you. I even printed it in a font he uses for his PowerPoints, Comic Sans. Because if I was going down with irony. I folded it, dropped it into the box right before he came out of his office, and watched him notice it like a kid spotting candy. Act 2. The chaos begins. Next morning, he walked into the bullpen with a serious look. "Team, I read something in the feedback box last night," he said. "Something that really spoke to me." Jenna raised an eyebrow. I nearly choked on my coffee. "Apparently I've been interrupting people, not listening enough, and making you all feel undervalued," he sighed, looking dramatically guilty. "I want to sincerely apologize to everyone for that." The room went silent. You could hear the hum of the printer. "I'll do better," he added. "I want this to be a space of openness and trust." I was dying inside, trying not to laugh. Jenna mouthed, "What is happening?" And then, the universe handed me pure comedy gold. He held up the note. "Whoever wrote this," he said, "thank you for your honesty." Then, to prove how open he was, he pinned the letter to the bulletin board, right next to the Team of the Month photo. So now, every time he walked past it, he was literally staring at his own self-imposed guilt trip. Act 3. The payoff. The loop closes. For the next few weeks, he turned into the politest man alive. He'd stop mid-sentence to say, "Sorry, am I interrupting?" He started asking for everyone's input on things like stapler placement and break room decor. Then came the best part. During a Monday meeting, he announced, "I think it's time we revisit our feedback system. I want everyone to feel truly anonymous." He said it like it was a brand new idea. "From now on," he continued, "all notes will go directly to HR. I won't even see them." The whole room nodded, pretending to be impressed. But Jenna leaned toward me and whispered, "So basically you tricked him into fixing the problem by pretending he was the problem?" I grinned. Exactly. And the irony? A month later, HR sent out an email announcing that, due to improved feedback engagement, Mr. Chambers was nominated for Employee Advocate of the Year. He even thanked whoever inspired his change of heart. That's when I realized, maybe I didn't just prank him. Maybe I gave him the character development he never knew he needed. Still, every time I see that empty wooden box sitting outside his door, I smile to myself. Because deep down, I know, somewhere inside his office drawer, that letter still lives, the one where he apologized to himself, because I told him to.